Here's Rocket. I've just picked him up from the hairdressers. Are you going to show your handsomeness, Rock? And while I was waiting, I don't know if you can see down there, I've picked up some pens. I'll talk about those when we get home. Hi everyone. I'm experimenting with a new spot here on the table. It's a little gloomy and there might be better light here rather than over there. But Rocket had his haircut and the groomers happened to be very nearby to the HomeSense. In the UK we have TK Maxx and HomeSense, and I think in the States it's TJ Maxx, and I don't know what the HomeSense sister store would be called, but TK Maxx and HomeSense are favourites of mine because of chance encounters. In HomeSense I found this fantastic basket with handles, and it's got a degree of flexibility. I think that's critical. I can squeeze all sorts of things in there. All the usual lovely art supplies. Perfect to find something that's more aesthetically pleasing maybe than the trolley or the plastic art box. Maybe go for something more homey. This painting has been sitting for quite a long old while. Sometimes things just get stacked and I forget they're there. There are elements on here that I really, really like. And looking at it the other day, I can see a bird. I want to see a crow bird. I hope you can see that. I'm going to put a bird into a painting. I think I'll just stop. I can work on Crow. I think I like him in there. I'm smiling because I went to France thinking it was going to be all, well, not knowing. I went to France not knowing what I'd find, and I thought it was going to be all about the trees and the mistletoe, but no, it's all about the crows. I'm still on quite a high that I've never really approached a crow, and here we are. I've got a crow. My first crow painting. I need to step away because I've never seen a crow in a painting before, and I'm not quite sure what to do next at this point. That's always a signal for me to stop. When paintings don't sell, it has been out of sight, out of mind, but getting ready for Southeast Open Studios, I'm trying to get a collection of about 20 paintings to take. Can I introduce some of the things, what have I discovered in the last 12 months that might push this painting a little more? Having had the little move around, I need to just have a little sort out. But I need to tell you about these pens. The boxes I showed you in the car yesterday with Rocket, they are called aqua markers. They're from Deco Time, and I found them in B&M in the UK. And they are not, and I'm loving them, but they are not watercolour. They are not watercolour pens at all. Also, I did wonder why this strange black plastic case. The black plastic is a little clicking system that keeps everything upright. So you don't have to be fishing around in your pencil case. These are nice on the table. So for the coffee table in the evening, in the sitting room, very nice indeed. They are actually water-based ink, and you have a brush and a fine end. The fine end, oh, they're quite firm to get, and your brush end. Very nice to work with. The expression comes to mind being late to the party. Everybody probably already knows about these, but they're new to me, and I'm really pleased with them, especially for my sketchbook. In moving the table, I've just deposited the stuff everywhere. I'm quite glad. I start these move arounds and think, what am I doing? But I think that is an improvement. I love the extra space. It's quite late this afternoon. I've had a day of being busy, being out this morning. I have got to share with you, and I have got to thank a subscriber, Jill. She suggested again with the violet aubergine. When someone gives you advice, loud advice, twice, I think you pay attention. So while I was out this morning, the usual thing, it was running around in my mind. I have nothing to lose. I'll go home. When I get home, I'll mix up some aubergine, and this is for you, Jill. Thank you so much. I'm just going to put aubergine on every painting here on in. So how lovely. The other thing I want to say, I've got to hop off again quickly today, but the other thing that was on my mind was how important your sketchbook is in helping you. It's as good a reference as your large material. Just that small sketchbook page helped me out with Crow. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a normal day. I can come in first thing and get on with that. But I really want to get these edges tidied up now. I think it's going to come to Southeast Open Studios, and it will be interesting to see what comments I get. And people love it when you have a story about your work. And there's quite a big story to this painting. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. Thank you, Jill. A sketchbook idea. Sometimes you can pause your video or pause the TV and draw in your sketchbook from the screen. I remembered the crows. There was a gang of crows on a visit to Bexhill. There is a video. I paused it. I'd already put down 2 pages of blue acrylic. I'm using my ink pen, my permanent ink pen here, to just very roughly sketch in these crows were having the best time on the beach, and I did try to catch something of them in Buddy Book in situ, but it seems as though they're there for ages. When you try to catch them, they're gone. These ink pens that act like watercolours are great. You can wash them. I put an orange over the blue acrylic, and that gave me a green tone. I'm showing it here. And then I glazed this page in the usual fashion and reworked a little bit. Hi everyone. Our resident, we have a pair of magpies. One we call Broken Wing because it has a broken wing. They've been around in our garden for a few years now, and we always think, oh good, Broken Wing's still doing okay. I know they get a bad rap, but everything's just out there trying to survive. And one of the magpies just landed on a post in the garden, and this is a prime example. I thought, oh, he's sitting there, quick. And before I knew it, he's hopped off and gone. They will not sit still. So using the phone, your camera, taking a video is a good idea, and I often forget that. I used to do that more often than not. So I just put in, as I said, a couple of acrylic pages, and I quite like that. It captures something of the moment of seeing them down there in Bexhill. Where am I today? I'm looking over at the painting with Crowbird, and the other little painting that I was showing you. So I'll work a little bit more on those this morning. I'm looking further down at Jill's aubergine painting. I'm yet to name that painting. I think Jill or aubergine are in the title somewhere. I'm going to try and do a bit of painting. So while I'll let that dry, I'll move in the Crowbird painting. I don't know if I've mentioned, but because I hate wasting paint, I generally do have a board or two boards, and I use those just as a deposit for what might be left on the palette. And you'd be amazed how many times that makes a really good ground to work on later, or it might inspire you with just some random marks. So I never have any qualms about just adding or cleaning my brush off, because I can always respond to that. If I come in tomorrow and I think, oh dear, I can just take that off. But sometimes it might push you forward. So I never waste anything. And again, you might have paint left on your palette that you can put onto a page of Sketchbook. On this painting, I want to clean up some of this blue. I want to try and mix up the right colour. I think I'll stop here this week. I will work on Crow a little bit, and hopefully if I get to a finishing point, I can drop an image in. I love hearing that Sketchbook work's going well. Denise in Durban, another very lovely subscriber, came up with the idea of looking into a Facebook group where subscribers could put their work. I would love to see sketchbook pages, paintings that you guys are working on. I am looking into it because I want to make sure that it's really quite a private place to put work. I know that lots of people, not that long ago, myself included, would have dreaded the idea of having some work out there publicly. There are many filters that I can use to set up a Facebook group, to keep it really private. You're invited to join if you want to join. So I am looking into that. Until next week then, let's keep busy in the sketchbook. Let me know how it's going. If you're trying glazing, that's going well. Have a lovely week, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.